Hi folks, this is Cliff Macklin, your 71-year-old bodybuilding champion back with you. You know, in my last video, I told you that I was going to actually share with you this time what my formula is for achieving high character, leadership, success, happiness, and freedom. I shared with you how it was really my experience as an infantry platoon leader in Vietnam, getting wounded on Christmas Eve 1969, and spending the next 2 years in the hospital actually caused me to do something that I really wish everyone would do, but not under the circumstances that I did. And that is, when I got shot and had to spend all the time in the hospital, it really forced me to sort of take a time out and for the first time in my life, really think about what was important to me and what the purpose of my life was going to be. Now, as I said then, it wasn't an easy process, but I'm glad that I went through it, because over the course of the rest of my life, and this was 46 years ago, I was actually able to put my life lessons, starting actually with my family before, actually as I was growing up before the war, to things really coming to a head and my almost dying, and it really sort of forcing me to, for the first time in my life, to start thinking about how I think, what my thought processes were, and how I made decisions and how I established my priorities. Now, I told you I was going to give you my formula for extraordinary success, happiness, and freedom. And that formula basically is vision, decision, execution, reflection, and mastery. That's what I call the 5 natural laws of success, happiness, and freedom. And actually, I'd actually say that the 5 laws that really underpin achieving high character and becoming a truly effective leader, something that I think our culture really needs. Now, in subsequent videos, I'm really going to go into much greater detail, because as you've heard the cliche, the devil is in the details. To talk about vision, to talk about making decisions, to talk about actually executing, that is getting things done, to talk about reflection, that is analyzing what you have done, and then doing all of this to a level that you actually produce evidence that you have mastered. You become a master of life's main challenges and events, and that you actually, I would say, you are the leader of your life. There are a couple of books that I'm actually going to end up recommending that you consider. One of those books is called The One Thing. Another is called The Purpose-Driven Life. Now, I will talk more about those books in the future. You know, if you ever want to get a hold of me, my email address is cliftonmacklin@gmail.com. Clifton Macklin, CLIFTONMACLIN @gmail.com. If you have in your life examples of people who you think are true masters in their lives, who really have purpose-driven lives, and who are making contributions, I hope that you will share those with me. Okay, now I'm also going to be putting up some websites of videos, primarily YouTube videos, of other people who I think are truly leaders in the area of reaching mastery and deciding what the purpose of your life is going to be and actually doing it. So when you come to my site, when you see my videos, you'll actually look, if you look at the playlist that I put up, you're going to see that there are a number of people like John Maxwell, who has written a phenomenal book called The 21 Indisputable Laws of Leadership. Absolutely phenomenal book. And I think that for many of you it will be a life changer. So I'll be back to you with more videos later on this week. But why don't you start with this? I want you to just give some thought to, in your own life, what does vision mean to you? In your own life, what does making decisions mean to you? In your own life, what does execution, that is, how you get something done? Then reflection. How much time do you actually spend thinking about your life, I think it was Socrates who said, the unexamined life is not worth living. You put those four together and you apply them consistently over the course of your life, you will achieve mastery. It was really my being able to put all those things together. I've done other things in my life that I think were significant, but ironically, it was actually when I got into doing competitive bodybuilding after I retired at age 65 that I was able to, in a relatively short period of time, apply all of those principles every day and actually see the results of applying them every day. That ended up allowing me to win 8 bodybuilding competitions in a row, including the International Natural Bodybuilding Association Natural Olympia, held last September in San Diego. Phenomenal, phenomenal event. Over 60 countries had athletes participating. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun too, but great people, all of whom were, whether they won the championship, for the different divisions or not, you have to figure these people came from all over the world. Each of them had won at least 5 competitions in whatever countries that they came from to qualify for the Olympia. So that's a very, very high level of devotion, commitment, discipline, and purpose. So it was really great to be one of the people who were competing. And I'll tell you more about that over the course of time, but for the time being right now, think about vision, decision, execution, reflection, and mastery.